Hope you all are doing well. Today's going to be kind of a short one. I'm talking about one band in particular. First, you may notice there's some trees in the background. They've always been there, but I decided to kind of open these back windows and get some real light in here. Um, Kind of makes my office feel a little more open. It's the little things in life. You might see a cool Johnny Cash book here. I plan to talk about that someday. It's very, very cool. Probably one of the coolest things, artifacts I own, that I keep saying I'm going to talk about in this office as I look around, and I never get around to doing it. You might notice some cool Slayer and Ghost up here, and there's a Venom record there. Cassettes over here, a bunch of other crap that you can't see. So I'll get to that one of these days. But first, we're going to talk about a band called Lady Beast. They are from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They've been around for about 10 years, but my exposure to them just started in 2020. So if you don't know, you can go out on Bandcamp and follow people with like music interests of yours, and then you'll get an email every once in a while letting you know what those folks have purchased, and then you can go check out what they've purchased, and then maybe you might purchase it as well. So I follow lots of folks, and then I try to find new people to follow too, because there's tons of music out there that sometimes you just may never know about if it weren't for somebody buying it. So we're going to talk about so I discovered this band Lady Beast. I bought 3 of their releases. They have 6 total. The first one I bought is Lady Beast 2. There's the back. And these are on... this one's on... I think I don't know if they're all on Inferno Records or not. I think they are. Do a quick check. One of them's on Reaper Metal. I don't know if these are their own imprints or what. But either way, this first album is a digipack, came out in 2015. And as you can imagine with the name Lady Beast, and if you can hear it in the background, some cool, nice glossy insert here. And that's Lady Beast. That's their singer, who is indeed a lady. I'm sure that factored into the naming of the band. Deborah Levine, or Levine is her name. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but this is solid, straight up heavy metal, a la Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. I hear a heavy Dio influence in here. Some of the songs, I think it was it Find the Runes? I think there's like a Gallop, Iron Maiden, Dio Gallop beat that I kind of like on Holy Diver. But if you're gonna copy bands like that, those are the guys to do the masters. And I'm not saying these guys are a carbon copy and gal, but it's what they like to call the new wave of traditional heavy metal. This is harkens back to the 80s, 90s days of just straight heavy metal with sung vocals. There's no growling throughout any of these songs. This one is probably my favorite thus far of all the ones I'm going to talk about. Feels to be their most consistent. There really isn't a dead on this album. Some of the lyrics on their albums get a little cheesy, a little bit, talking about wearing your denim jackets and pounding your fists at heavy metal shows and stuff like that. But that's their thing. That's what they sing about. That's what they talk about. So I'm not going to knock them for that. It's just not my preferred lyrics, but it's not my band, so who cares, right? But yeah, overall, I'm going to say this is my favorite, although all that I'm going to talk about today are good. On this one, I want to say on their Bandcamp, this one might be sold out. Yeah, this one's sold out. I don't know if you can find it anywhere else. You might be able to snag it on Discogs, but 2017, they released an EP called Metal Immortal, again on Inferno Records. This is a 4-song EP, just a standard CD there. This is a ripper as well. The song Not This Time, last song on this EP, is straight out of Judas Priest land. I mean, just pummeling those throbbing, driving rhythm guitars and bass, and the vocals are really strong. Levine just has strong vocals all around, very high and low range, so I'm very impressed with her vocals. But that's their second EP that came out, like I said, in 2017. This one, the CD is sold out. It looks like you could get a vinyl version of this, though, if you're interested in checking out Lady Beast. Metal Immortal came out in 2017. And then the next and the last release I bought, it came out in, I believe, April of this year, 2020. This is the Vulture's Amulet. You can see a cool gold logo up there. Very cool artwork. As you can see, it get a little close in there. Very detailed. That's why I like vinyl records. You can kind of, if you see if I saw this on vinyl, there might be more I could really sink my teeth into or my eyes into to look at some of the nuances that you wouldn't get otherwise on this release. So this is a full length that came out on Reaper Metal Productions. Again, I don't know if that's an actual, just a record label, if it's their own imprint. I didn't do a lot of research on that. It comes with an insert with lyrics. Again, a lot of the lyrical content is around the metal ethos, if you will, Metal Machine, the Gift, Sacrifice to the Unseen, things like that. So it looks as though they've had the same lineup for much of their career, which you think helps. Anyone that's been in a band for that amount of time knows people start to gel together as you create music and whatnot. So this one's, I believe, still readily available if you're interested in Lady Beast. I personally, this one and their other full-length Lady Beast 2, which I just talked about, I think are both great. I would start with Lady Beast 2 and then work your way up to this. This is still readily available on vinyl, CD, whatever you'd like, at reasonable prices too. So go check them out on Bandcamp. I'll put some links below. But yeah, if you're I get a little tired listening to doom and gloom all the time, especially these days. It's nice change of pace to listen to some more uplifting, I would call it party metal, but you know what I mean, the old days of Creed and Mace and stuff like that, where it was kind of kind of uplifting music. It may not seem that way to some, but it was to me. Those galloping, driving rhythms are great. I never get tired of them when done correctly. So that's all my Lady Beast pickups there. So kudos to the band. I'm looking forward to more of what they do. And again, this is another one of those bands I'm surprised some label like Nuclear Blast or something like that hasn't picked these guys up. And maybe they don't want that. I don't know. But yeah, highly recommend Lady Beast if you're looking for a dose of some new wave of traditional heavy metal, they like to call it. So that's it for today. Check out Lady Beast. All the pertinent links I can find on Lady Beast on YouTube or Bandcamp or whatever. Excuse me. I will link below. Good Lord. And hope you all are having a good day, good week. I know it's Monday, but some more videos coming this week. I have a lot of new stuff to talk about that I recently got in the mail, so when it comes in waves. So thanks for checking out the channel. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Have a great day, everyone.